Hey guys, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. Just a quick look at another alternate build I've done, this time going all the way back to an Adventurers set from 1998. This was originally set number 5919. I have reviewed this set, and after doing that I broke it all down and built it into this amusement park ride. I call it the Snake Charmer. It's like one of those rocking it's usually like a pirate ship or something that you get in, and it goes almost vertical on each side, and it's just kind of a swing, I guess. So kind of a scaled down version of that, working with what I had in the original set. I think I used about 90% of the pieces. Here's what was left. A couple of basic bricks, a parrot, the green chair. I thought about adding this in one of the coffins for seating, but didn't happen, and one of the rubber pieces. So this has been unrebrickable for a little while now, and I didn't make PDF instructions. I just uploaded the Studio 3D model, so not trying to really sell this one. It's actually free. So if you guys, for some reason, if you want to build this and you have the original 5919 set, feel free to just go and check out that 3D model, see if you can build it for yourself. But I wouldn't recommend trying to pick up the set just so that you could build this. It is kind of hard to find now. But Johnny Thunder, it's always nice to get him in an adventure set. And then Baron Von Baron over here is actually changed sides. They're on the same team. He's running the ride from the operator's booth, and the rest of it is just kind of some functionality that I built in. So right here, I'll get this gate out of the way. Well, let's look at the gate first. The gate is made out of 1x16 printed piece, and then as you enter from the minifig point of view, that skeleton is up there on the left with the jewel, and then over here on the right is the camera and decorative parrot. So the camera is actually going to be able to take pictures of you while you're on the ride, and then you can buy those later. Some nice imposing flames over by the entrance as well to kind of set the mood. We'll get all that out of the way and look at some of the functions. The swinging function, of course, is the main one, just having that able to swing freely. And then I did attach these snakes at the top just to have that effect. That's kind of where the name came from, Snake Charmer Swing Ride. So the other function I added in here is the coffin lid. Is kind of one of those jump scare things where it's going to look like you're going to collide, and then the mechanism, it doesn't actually work. It's not like built in or anything, but it would drop out of the way just as you're coming in on the swing. So almost one of those fake out scenarios. The other little detail that I kind of like is I used the 4 tires with the rubber to rebuild that into kind of a generator, and the car grill to kind of help symbolize what that is over there. So kind of a nice reuse of the tires for a different function, and that's kind of all held in place with a little Technic pin on this angled plate. So that's not really connected at all, it's just kind of set in place more or less, but the rubber, with the rubber, these tires happen to be just a little bit wider than 3 studs, and so this grill actually helps hold them in place, and then these little 1x2 wall elements are giving that just a little bit of a stand to support. So that's the generator, that's kind of the mechanism that would power the ride, and then there's steps on each side to where you would actually have minifigures go up and in. Pretty sure it can fit 4. I never actually did put minifigs in this to test it out. Just kind of assumed that's how it would function. And then the little control booth on the other side is a pretty simple mechanism. I just used the trapdoor 6x8 piece and then built a little stand to help hold that in place. And the stand actually locks in pretty securely using these 2x2 slopes. And then I use the steering wheel from the car as kind of the main controls for the ride. So, but like I said, if you don't have the set, this is probably too expensive to just build for fun. I mean, I used these yellow parrots. I used all these elements because they're in the set. So to pick up these individual elements just to be able to build this specific Egyptian themed ride would cost like $80 based on the Bricklink estimate or the rebrickable estimate. So they're nice pieces to have, But if you want to just free build an Egyptian Fairground ride, you probably don't want to copy this one exactly, because the elements that we have in here now are getting harder to find. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the model, but yeah, I'll probably be breaking this down. I don't really need to have it up and displayed now that I've got it built in Studio, have that digital copy, but I did kind of want to highlight it with a short video and just really feature the swing functionality, because that's harder to show in the still pictures. But I put a little effort into the presentation over on Rebrickable, messed around with Paint 3D a little bit to get that box art style, and I even found the same font that LEGO used for their Fairground logo and added that in. So just kind of had some fun with it, and made it into a presentable mock, I guess. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.